Hello guys, welcome back to Yelan app. For today's video, we are going to show you Square Invoice tutorial. So how do you actually use Square Invoicing? So if you're interested, let's start tutorial. So first things first is we have to know how invoicing actually works and what are the requirements for you to send out invoicing in Square. So in this case, what we need to do first is we need to go to pricing here. Under pricing, we are going to view what type of plan that you need for your account. Because depending on what plan that you have here, you'll be able to access a certain type of tool or certain limitation that you have on invoices. Now in this case, you have the free here, which in this case you could go ahead and start using invoicing here, but with limitations. Now we also have the plus here, which includes advanced features designed specifically for restaurants, retailers, and appointment-based businesses. Now in this case, there are going to be advanced features that you can access here, and you also have the premium here, which in this case you need to contact sales first. Now, once you've determined what type of plan here, but if you're just looking to try it out first and get the ropes on how that actually works, well, using a free plan here is the go thing or the best thing that you could do here. Now in this case, you can go and click on get started for free here. It's going to redirect you to the sign up page, where in this case you just need to enter all the necessary details here. So that includes your email, confirmation of your email, and your password and your locale here. Now also you need to agree to the terms and privacy policy and e-sign consent here. Also make sure that you read the privacy and terms of services here, because in this case you need to know what is allowed and not allowed in the platform itself. So it's a great way for you to protect yourself and your account for the possibility of being deleted. But in this case, since I already have my account, I want to log in here. So let's just log in real quickly and sign in. And now we successfully logged in into our account. Now in this case, for us to access invoicing here on Square, is we need to click on the invoices at the left panel here. So let's go ahead and click on it. Now in the next page here, in the invoicing page, you should be able to see all of the invoices that you have. May it be the draft or if you've sent, but if you don't have any yet, you'll see this UI here wherein you'll be able to create your invoice. In this case, let's go ahead and click on the create an invoice here for us to get started on creating our invoice. Now there's going to be a few fields that you need to fill out here to basically start creating your invoice. So one of them is going to be the customer field here, where in this case you need to enter the name, or the email, or the phone number for them. Now also, if this is the first time they're accessing, it's going to give you this pop-up here giving you ideas on what those buttons actually do. Now in this case, we have the name, email address, and phone number. Now in this case, you can go ahead and enter their email address here. So for example, I want to enter this user's or this following email address here. Let's just click on this one. And from here, it's going to ask you to create a new customer. So let's go and click create customer. Now from here, you need to enter the name and last name of your customer. Like for example, I want to say it's going to be his first name here, and it's going to be their last name. Also, the phone number here, you could choose whatever country that they are from. Like for example, if you choose Philippines here, you'll be able to see the country code here changing. And from here, you could go ahead and enter their phone number. Now also, you have the company name here if you want to add them. Like for example, I want to say it's going to be a sample company here. And we also have the billing address here, which is the country, the street address, pin receipt, and city, as well as the state and zip for that. But in this case, once you fill out all those details, you can go ahead and click on the save button that you see at the bottom right. Now, as you can see, since we created our specific customer here, they will be added in the customer field. Now here we have the invoice details. So we need to enter the invoice title here. So typically the invoice title here would actually contain the service or the product that is related to this transaction or invoice. Go ahead and enter that. Also have the invoice ID here. So you could basically manually manage this one. So if this is the very first invoice that you have, you could go ahead and retain this one, which is the 500 and 1. So if you the next transaction, you could go ahead and add 2 here or whatever. And I also have the message here if you want to include this one. Like for example, hi, this is an invoice. And from here, you go also add the service date. Like for example, you've had the transaction itself on January 1st. Frequency here is going to be one time, but if you want to have it occurring, you could go ahead and do that. We also have the send here, so send immediately. So we have the due date here. So if you want to do that, your due date here. So maybe you want to say it's going to be due on 16th of January, so in 7 days. So also the line of items here, you can go ahead and click on the plus button here. For example, in this case, we want to basically maybe add this test item here that I added. But if you want to add a new one, like for example, I'm going to say sample item here. And from here, you could go ahead and add a new item, use one-time item, sample item. And from here, you'll be able to add the item itself, the quantity, the price for it. So maybe I want to say this is going to be $10 and the quantity is 1 here. So yeah. So in this case, you could go ahead and scroll down a bit here and you have the payment method. So we have the credit and debit card option here. We also have the ACH bank transfer, Cash App Pay here, gift card. The tipping here if you want to allow customers to add tips on this specific invoice here. So fee payment method here if you want to allow customers to save payment method on file. We also have the share via. So where do you want to share this one? So you have email here. So if they have a phone number saved, you'll be able to choose text message here, or manually you'll be sending them this specific invoice to them manually. Now in this case, we also have the reminders here when do you want to send this out. Also, we have the shipping here. So if you create an order for shipping here, so if you want to use the shipping here and request shipping address if you need it. Also, we have the contracts here. So if you want to attach a Square contract, add attachments like images or any documents related to it, and custom fields if you want to add your custom fields. But in this case, if you want to preview your current invoice here, just click on preview at the top right and you should be able to view it. As you can see, it is going to be the preview of our invoice. Now in this case, click on the upper left here, the X, and if you want to send this, just click on send at the top right, and from here it's going to say invoice can be sent before payment setup. So you need to set up your payment first, so go ahead and click on set up payments here. But once you're able to set up your payments here, you should be able to send your invoice here, but that's about it. So hopefully this video was able to help you. Like and subscribe to Yellow App. Thank you for watching.